What's up, everybody?
Oh my God.
Yo,
So
hey,
Glad we got through
so
this.
hey, welcome back to Metalhead's Journey. Look, um, thank you guys so much for all the traffic on the Metallica reaction. Video's doing well. We've got a lot of subscriptions from our first video on the channel. As I said before in the first video, if you want to check out some of the other metal content that we've done here in the past, Dave is going to put in a link in the bottom here to take you over to our Three Guys and a Mic channel, which has some of the Metalhead's Journey that we've already done, like the first 25 albums we did on the top 50 metal albums of all time, some power metal lists and things like that. So there's a lot of good metal to check out over there. We are moving all of that stuff to this channel, so this channel will continue to build as we go here over the next few months. So here, what we're doing today is since we're kind of at the end of the year, we just all got our Spotify Wrapped, which, hopefully all you music fans out there, you have Spotify and not Apple Music, because Apple Music is, Spotify's little brother. Hopefully you have Spotify, because you get that sweet, sweet Wrapped at the end of the year where you get all your stats, you get to find out all the cool shit that you listen to and the stuff you forgot about. And it kind of inspired us. We wanted to talk about our top five albums of the year. And these aren't necessarily like top five brand new albums that came out this year. This is a Metalhead's Journey. We started this because we are trying to expand our mind when it comes
Yeah.
to metal. So we decided we would do the top five records that we heard for the first time this year, whether they're new releases or something that's been out for 40 years. So
Yeah. Now,
that's kind of where we're coming from on the list.
yeah, I will say, just there, you will. I know for a fact you will hear a few albums that did come out this year. So if you are looking for some new albums, just keep listening. I'm sure some of us have some albums that were released in 2022 on their list. So, Josh, do you want to kind of get this started with what your number five was?
Yep. So we'll each go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 around the horn here. So my number five record. Listen, I never thought I would have this in any top anything list ever. But I got Dream Theater, Images and Words. We heard that as part of our top 50 metal albums.
I'm proud of
this
you, Josh.
year. And man, I gave it a great score, and I love the record. And for me, like the main highlight on that is it's kind of the last two songs. It's Wait for Sleep going right into Learning to Live. I think that's a great tandem pair of songs there, and dude, just a great album all the way around. There's no lowlights. It's straight bangers.
I'll go next real quick. So this is an album that did come out in 2022, and Josh and I are really into power metal. Of the four of us, I think Josh and I really are the only the only two that are into power metal. And this one made my cut. My top five was hard. This is Hammer King's Kingdomonium record. This album, this album is strong. If you are really into, I would consider like the more traditional, kind of straightforward power metal. This is going to be your jam. A couple songs, really like most of these are bangers, but a couple that I want to point out are "Pariah Is My Name" and "We Shall Rise" are excellent songs from this record. But overall, heavy recommend if you're into power metal or just kind of thinking about power metal. I think Hammer King is a good like entry point into that.
That's a super cool record, man. I love that record. We covered that, didn't we?
No, we did not. I don't believe.
Okay, just kidding.
Adrian, you want to go?
yeah, so my number five is an album we just reviewed, and that's going to be Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
look at you.
Yeah. So, this was an album I don't know. I found myself jamming even after we were doing it as like homework or an assignment. So it's just
Yeah.
a fucking good album. So So for me, an honorable mention right there is going to be Nightmare. It's the second song on the album.
Yeah,
So
great little bass intro on that one.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we went through a lot of King
That was a
Diamond.
really cool record.
Went through a lot of King Diamond this year. I feel like, but yeah, I agree. That album almost made my list for sure. Jason, what's your number five?
My number five is Slayer with Repentless.
Oh wow,
Beginning-
Really?
it was the last Slayer album. It's a lot of solid music on here with
Man.
acquired taste vocals. Check out Vice Vices, You Against You, and one of my favorite Slayer songs, period, Pride and Prejudice.
Oh,
Man.
Nice, nice.
Pride and Prejudice ended up in my top 10 most listened to songs this year.
whoa.
Damn. Dude,
Good
that's a deep cut Slayer record.
That is.
Yep.
Josh, where's your number 4 at?
All right, number 4, to kind of echo what Dave was saying earlier, definitely love me some power metal. This is a new album from one of the big 4 power metal, the band is Stratovarius. The album is called Survive. And dude, I'm telling you, if you want to hear just a modern version of some just fucking balls out, great power metal and some fucking awesome guitar riffs, this record is full of it. World on Fire, probably like my favorite song on the album. Survive is another great track. Firefly, I mean, shit, I can give you the whole track listing, but dude, it's really, really good.
Yeah. For me, and I think I'm going to get some hate a little bit for this one. My number 4 is a record from 1989. This is Sepultura's Beneath the Remains. First time I heard it this year. Excellent album. Specifically want to call, I mean, just very good technical death metal, which is kind of what I'm really into. At least traditionally, and Mass Hypnosis, Stronger Than Hate, Lobotomy, really good tracks on there. I found myself listening to this well after we were done doing it for homework as far as our Metalhead's journey goes, and I have fallen in love with early Sepultura, so definitely recommend that for anyone who hasn't heard it.
I'm in top 10 for me, for sure.
Adrian, what's your number 4?
Number 4 for me is going to be... Oh, man, I put the wrong album. Oh, no, I'm tripping. It's Of Kingdom and Crown, Machine Head.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
So, really good album, really good release from Machine Head. I liked it a lot more than their previous album. And I just, Become the Firestorm, Unhallowed, Kill Thy Enemies. It's just a good fucking album.
Dude,
Great
it's
album.
full of highlights.
Yeah, it really is. And I really, really can't wait to see them live. Yep.
Yeah.
Jason?
Number 4 for me, Leviathan, the Moby Dick themed ride from Mastodon.
Mastodon. Okay.
Yeah, offers a good collection.
Fossil's going with a fucking oddball list here. I like it.
Solid songs. Unfortunately, none of the songs made my favorites list. I do recommend check out Blood and Thunder, Ahab, and Naked Burn. All worth a listen.
Yeah, Iron
Nice.
Tusk, also another good song on that record.
That's a pretty good record.
Yeah, that was sneaky good. Number 3 for me. So this album came out in 2016. This was actually my second most listened to band this year. Little band called Anthrax, and dude, it's strange, man. A lot of times for a lot of people, their favorite album from a band is like somewhere in their first 1, 2, or 3. Think about Metallica for a lot of people, Master of Puppets, Ride, whatever, right? And then as you get later into like Hardwired, you get comments like shitwired, right? So a lot of people don't necessarily like some of the new stuff. Dude, Anthrax is working in reverse. Their best album is For All Kings, and that's the one that came out in 2016. Dude, I mean, just a killer album. You got All of Them Thieves. You got Suzerain, Breathing Lightning. Dude.
You got like the whole record,
The whole record, man.
Yeah.
I've been deep diving all these records again as we were preparing for this. What is it?
Blood Eagle Wings.
Blood Eagle Wings, dude.
Dude, yeah, that's
Dude,
so
there's
good.
so many good ones. That's a great album. My second most listened to band this year, Anthrax. Crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's super good. My number 3 was from this year. It is another power metal release, not the last one that'll make my list, and this was from another one of the big 4 of power metal. This is The God Machine from Blind Guardian. This record was a little bit of a sleeper for me to a certain extent. I listened to it the first time with you, Josh, in the car, and it was good, but with every subsequent revisit, I found myself enjoying it more and more and more. This was a very, very heavy release from them.
Say it's not even. I would almost say it's it's borderline not power metal in a lot of sense. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty damn heavy.
Yeah. Songs I want to call out here are Life Beyond the Spheres, Secret of the American Gods, Violent Shadows. Just overall, like Blind Guardian is still doing their thing. I would love to see them live, but they never come to the States, it seems like, at least. And but man, if they come anywhere near the vicinity of where we are, Josh, we got to go find a way to see them.
Yeah, hopefully it's like them and Stradivarius.
Yeah, that would be nice. Adrian, number 3.
Number 3 for me is going to be the same as Josh, For All Kings from Anthrax, which
My man.
my number 2 band this year.
Oh,
So
there you go.
I believe that's right. So yeah, just fucking awesome album. Fucking untouchable. It's their best album easily.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason.
I can't tell if Jason's dying or if he's just frozen.
Nope.
It's both.
My number three is if you had told me any time in the last 20 years I get to this point and had to have 2 Slayer albums in my top 5, I'd have thought you were stupid.
Holy
God
shit.
Hates Us All. My number 3 album is God Hates Us All. Hard hitting, a lot of angst style vocals, good mix of songs from God Send Death, good chorus in Bloodline, and absolutely crank it loud banger in Payback.
Yeah, man, Jason's making us look bad with his
I
picks.
know. Dude, not to mention just an all-time great album title, man. I just think that's some classic shit. I love that.
Cool.
All right, nice job, Fossil. Hey, coming in here at number 2. Adrian already kind of stole this from me here, but I'm going with Machine Head of Kingdom and Crown. Look, I am not like Adrian. I did enjoy Catharsis. It was definitely different, but there were still some fucking bangers on that record. But this is absolutely a return to form for Machine Head. It's a little cheesy the way they marketed it with colossal new album, right? But look, it's really, really good. I would say one of these songs that Adrian didn't mention is "Slaughter the Martyr," which is the opening track. And,
That's a good
look,
song.
You got to give it about 2.5 minutes, and then you need to have a bucket underneath your face because your face is just gonna fall off.
I thought Adrian was
that
going to
riff
say
is
because you got to
nice.
vomit.
Yeah.
I think it's
Nah,
good
but
for the
that's-
get-go, man. I don't think he
Dude,
needs
it's a great record. But Unhallowed, another highlight, and Kill Thy Enemies, really, really good. I love Kill Thy Enemies as well.
Yeah. Machine Head was my number 6. It didn't quite make my cut, but it's a very good record. Nice return to form from them. My number 2, you two dipshits stole my thunder. My number 2 is For All Kings, Anthrax. I mean, look, I think we can. I was waiting to say this till I was going to talk about this record, but I want to apologize for sleeping on Anthrax for this long. Yes, we're metalheads, but I mean, I'm 37 years old, and this really is the first year I really listened to Anthrax. And man, their last 3 releases really hit home for me, and to varying degrees. But For All Kings is excellent. You Gotta Believe, the title track, Breathing Lightning. Yeah. I mean, all of them thieves. I mean, basically the whole record, pretty much. There's no skippers for me. So, excellent record. Adrian?
Oh. So my number 2 is going to be... Wait. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah. Here we go. Keeper of the Seven Keys.
Oh, power metal, baby!
Which part?
By Halloween. Part 1, obvious.
Part 1, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be by Halloween. Look, I fucking hate power metal. It's fucking absolute trash. I know fucking power metal's a joke because, it offends me that it exists. There you go. Anyway, but this album, however, this band really, they're the shit. I think they're the exception there in many ways. I was very surprised by this album. It fucking kicks ass from start to finish. Even the bullshit song Jason likes is just, it's there's a single in there that's just whatever, but it's,
Any songs you want to call out specifically?
I'm Alive, obviously. And then I believe the last song is just straight up called Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween. Yeah, that's a great song.
And what? How long is that song? Like
Thir-
13 minutes.
13 minutes and change.
Yeah, and it's good. Dude, I mean, I was gonna say it's good. It's great. That's a great song.
It's grud is what you
It's grud,
start.
right?
It's grud. Yeah.
And my bad, guys.
Look, I am good. Okay.
I'm having trouble jumping between Spotify and my notes, so my bad. These stupid androids, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't you have a fold? Can't you have like both of them at the same time?
yeah, something like that.
Okay, Jason, what's your number 2 before we round out the top
All right,
albums?
so me and you, Dave, we're on the same wavelength here. For All Kings, very, very strong album. Anthrax, like Josh said, gets better and better with every release. Check out Breathe Lightning, and I mean the showstopper, Blood Eagle Wings,
Hell
which
yeah.
I also found has an amazing music video for.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, number 1.
Number 1.
All right, listen, Adrian, prepare to just have all your senses offended, man. Look, me and Dave, we started our own little power metal show this year called Half Hour Power. It's over on the other channel. We're gonna bring it to this channel though. But this is one of the albums we discovered on the top 30 power metal albums of all time. And Adrian, I think you might like it because this does have some members from Halloween in it. It's a little band called Master Plan, and it's their first record, self-titled, called Master Plan. Surprisingly, this band did not make it into my top 5 listens, although 2 of their songs were in my top 5 songs for the year. Dude, guitar riffs on point. All the music is so good, but the vocalist, his name is Jans. It escapes me right now. I apologize. But really, really good vocalist. Couple of highlights from the record. Spirit Never Dies. That was actually my number 1 song for the year on Spotify. And then the last song on the album, also really, really good, which is When Love Comes Close. But I mean, there's so many other bangers on that album. Crystal
Good.
Night.
Good stuff, man. Look, this my number 1 is probably not going to be any surprise to a couple of you. I've tried to get Adrian to listen to this. He turned it on for about 5 seconds and then made fun of me for even like suggesting it to him because it had like a xylophone or something like that.
Look, I know what's coming. I tried to listen to it over the last couple of days, and I listened to probably 7 of the songs, and it's good, and the guitar playing is very good, but I don't know, something about it's a little off for me.
So look, this record, I don't know for what it was. 4 of my 5 most listened to songs this year came from this record, and that would be the band Fellowship. It came out this year. Fellowship, the album Saberlight, the Saberlight Chronicles. Now, this album came out in the middle of the year, and 4 songs from this record are in my top 5 most listened to. I think that my number 1 song I listened to this year, I listened to like 37 times. So I've listened to the crap out of this record. It's a power metal. This is full on like this is full on cheese. Like this is like blue cheese. This is like this is the stinky cheese type of power metal. This isn't like beginner level, craft single. This is like high level shit here. So I said Fellowship is the band. The Saberlight Chronicles is the album. Just some highlights for me: Atlas, Oak and Ash, Glint. I like the whole record. So those are my 3 songs that I'll pick off of here. If you're even curious about power metal and you can handle actually being happy when you're singing songs, check it out. I think it's amazing. So
Yeah, and they actually gave Dave a little bit of love. Dave posted his Spotify list, and
the band liked it.
Love on his on his Instagram.
Yep. So
Oh, jeez.
Adrian, what's your number 1 this year?
All right. Well, before my number 1, I'm going to go ahead and go through some honorable mentions right quick. Really quick.
Good for you.
Exodus, Haunted by Blood.
Way to change the program, dude.
Oh, too bad. Sepultura, Weak Remains, Metallica, Garage Inc., Anthrax, The Sound of White Noise, and At the Gates, Slaughter of the Soul.
That's a good one.
obviously I'm doing dishonorable mentions as well. Venom, Welcome to Hell, Dirt, Alice in Chains, Blind Guardian, whatever the fuck that album was called. What was it called?
Nightfall in Middle Earth.
Okay,
Yeah.
what was the Stupid Emperor album called?
The Stupid Emperor album, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Anthrax, Stomp 442. As my worst album that I heard this year. My number one is obviously, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead by Megadeth. I fucking love the album. It's the
Wow.
fucking shit.
Megadeth. Huh?
You know, Megadeth for 2 years in a row is my top listened to band on Spotify, and for good reason. I love this fucking album. Too bad we never did a review on it. But if we did, you know, I think my rank would be in an A.
Yeah. It's
Whatever scoring system we're going to end up using here, it is an A album for me. You know, I definitely like the previous entry a lot more, but I still think this is a very strong entry from them, and I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that a year and a half ago, none of us liked Megadeth, and we would openly talk shit about them. And now 3 of us like Megadeth. And,
And I even defended Megadeth in our comment section on that on the Metallica video.
yeah, so there you go.
Who would have thought?
I know, it's weird. Jason?
Who would have thought? According to Spotify, my my favorite 3 songs of the year came from this one album, with only one skippable song on the entire album, which is still an okay song. This album is fantastic. No goofy lyrics, nothing ruining the songs. Great chorus, great banger riffs, drums. Everything is fantastic. It is worship music by Anthrax. My
Another good one.
my top 3 songs in order that I listened to them for this year, all on this album. I'm Alive, In the End, and Fight 'Em Till You Can't.
Dude, I'm Alive is a fucking banger.
Yeah. And Jason, you're not fighting your Anthrax love anymore. You actually legitimately like Anthrax.
Look,
That-
I legitimately of the some of the bands that we've listened to over the course of this year, I would say Anthrax is the one band that I am anxiously awaiting their next release.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Well, I think it's safe to say Metalhead's Journey did its job, and it exposed us all to a lot of like really cool new music this year. So I'm excited to keep going down the list. And I also think it's safe to say that can we say that For All Kings is the Metalhead's Journey album of the year that we all heard for the first time? I mean, it's on everybody's list.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. And now everybody's gonna say, well, that album came out in 2016. Well, look, we just heard it this year.
It's only 6 years late. Okay, that's okay. But look, it's the album of the year for us for the first time hearing it this year. So
Yeah.
hey, look, that was fun. Hope you guys all enjoyed that. Pay attention to our feed here coming down the week. We're gonna have some other videos coming out. We're doing some reviews next. I don't even know what we're doing next, but hey, it's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming up.
Yep.
Keep checking us out, man.
Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to hear more. Put some suggestions down in the comments if you have any, and yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Yep.
Take it easy.
Later.
Later.